How's it going, everybody? This is BeatTheBush. Today I'm going to talk about the 3 levels of savings when going to the movies. As you know, going to the movies may incur significant costs. Every single movie ticket may cost anywhere between $10 to $20. By the time you pay for 2 people as well as popcorn and drinks, you may be spending about $50 just for an outing for 2 people to the movies. Now the first level is of course to not save anything at all and just watch movies just like anybody else and watch all the brand new movies and pay full price for it. You can of course save a little bit if you put the price of the movie on a credit card that has cash back. Now I want to focus on why people actually want to see a brand new movie right when it releases out in the movie theaters. To me, this is more like a fitting in type of thing because if you're able to talk to other people about a brand new movie, you have more things to talk about. This does contribute to your need to watch brand new movies. Of course, you also want to watch it yourself. The second level of saving for movies, of course, you can just watch only the ones that you really want to watch. And this may reduce down to maybe, I don't know, a dozen or less movies every single year. For me, I did this for a while and I always watch the really good movies in the really good theaters where it has the largest screen possible. By the way, if you didn't realize, there's a lot of movie theaters out there that has fake IMAX screens that are not as large as the proper IMAX screens. They could be up to about 40% less in screen space and you didn't even realize it while going to the theater and paying the full price as a regular IMAX screen. Now if you want to figure out which IMAX screens are the proper real IMAX screens, I'll leave a link in the video description below where you can find out which ones are the real ones. At the second level, of course, you can also try to save a bit by buying those Costco tickets that cost $8.50 or so. When you go to a regular movie, it may cost anywhere from $7.25 all the way up to $14 for a movie depending on the time and location. So it's not always advisable to always use the Costco cards because that might actually be more expensive and you don't get that many dollars off. So it's best to save those Costco movie tickets for like a Friday night instead where the cost is most expensive. Of course, if you're going to save anything more than a quarter, it's still better to use the Costco movie tickets instead. From what I see, if you use these Costco movie tickets, they normally save you about $4 per ticket. If you plan to watch a few movies throughout the year, it's always good to have maybe 2 to 4 of these Costco movie tickets in your wallet at all times. So anytime that you happen to go to one, you can whip out one of these tickets and use it. For concessions, it's usually really expensive. I know people like to buy the popcorn and the soda. Well, soda is full of sugar. I don't get any of that. Popcorn is full of fat with the butter. It's fake butter even most of the time. You may have hot dogs there and there's a horror story about that because they can actually have the hot dog rolling on there all day long and no one buys it, right? And then they turn it off. That hot dog gets removed and it gets all stale and stuff. It could possibly have mold on it and they could put it back on that little rolly thing and they roll it for a couple hours before people start coming in, and by the time people start coming in, it'll look brand new and delicious again. So do you really want to eat something that's just recycled like this? You never know how sanitary those food items are. I don't eat much candy myself, so basically all of the food that they have there, I don't really enjoy having. So at least for me, I don't even want any of the stuff, so I just bring a bottle of water with me. For level 2 type of saving, you can watch it on a weekday. Usually on Tuesdays is much cheaper than on a Friday or the weekends. Now on to level 3 of savings when going to the movie theaters. Now you're not even going to watch half a dozen or a dozen of movies. You're gonna watch more like a few movies, maybe 1 to 3 movies a year. And the reason that you can do this is if you hang around with a whole bunch of friends that also do not normally go and watch movies all that much either, then it makes it a lot easier for you to not need to catch up with everybody just so that you can talk about a certain movie. From what I noticed, if it's not a huge blockbuster, people usually don't really mind that you didn't watch the same movies they did. If it's really big and you encounter other people that talk about it, you may have a little feeling of being left out. So the point here is if you hang around people that would not even go and watch all the brand new movies all the time, in other words, people that are frugal as well and geared towards savings and financial independence, then it really would not affect you if you did not watch all that many brand new movies. Lastly, on the level 3 of saving money when watching movies is you can wait until it goes out to the dollar theaters before you actually watch it. You could also wait until it comes out on DVD, which is not that long these days. It's about 2 months before it comes out on DVD, and you can watch it on DVD or Netflix if you like. Now for me, I've been watching less and less movies these days. Now I do remember watching all the brand new movies all the time before, and I remember buying all these movie tickets all the time and it costing a lot. It may cost me somewhere between $20 to $40 every single month just to keep up with all the movies. Watching movies to me is kind of like on the bleeding edge of buying brand new hardware. When you buy brand new computer hardware, it's really expensive and it goes up exponentially. So when you're watching a brand new movie that just came out, yeah, it's gonna cost you $15, $20, which is an exponential rise from maybe $1 to $5 if you just rent it out. So if by the time you wait long enough so that the DVD or Netflix comes out, if you happen to have a pretty big sizable TV and also some surround sound, to me, actually, it comes really close to the movie experience myself, because if you have a nice surround sound system and also the bass that goes with it, you can hear really good sound. The TV is really clear because you're sitting close enough to it so that your field of view basically is covered up just as much as a movie theater. I realize though, if you have a really prime seat in a movie theater, you may need something like an 80-inch TV before it covers up as much field of view when you're in your living room. So it's not quite the same, but it comes close. If you're immersed in the story of the movie, you tend to forget about all of that and you just kind of forget about your surrounding anyway. So I hope you enjoyed this way of thinking about watching movies in general. You're still getting the proper content. It's just time shifted a little bit, and just because you time shifted a little bit, you're gonna save hundreds of dollars just not watching the movie straight out of the movie theater. Don't forget to give me a like on this video, comment down below. Let me know if you do the same and if you delay watching movies just to save money. If you're interested in supporting this channel, I have an Audible link down in the video description below where you can get a free audiobook, and if you don't like the audiobook or the service, you can cancel it before the trial period ends. You can still keep the audiobook and still help benefit this channel. I also have a 30-day free trial for Gamefly down below where it's kind of like a Netflix for video games. You can rent out a video game for 30 days, and if you decide you don't like the video game or the service, you can cancel it and you will not owe a thing. I also have a Patreon over here, and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching.